Happy Friday, YouTube. Happy Friday. It's your girl, Osha Cerese, your favorite dream doula, supporting you with birthing the life, love, and business you desire. Happy Friday. We are on our catch up live. I had some technical difficulties. I don't know what was going on. I had this scheduled, but we're here. Let me just make sure the sound is sounding good. So I want to make sure I can hear y'all, or y'all can hear me. And let's make sure, because I don't want to be yapping and y'all can't hear me now. Okay, y'all can hear me. Happy Friday. I hope everybody has been having a wonderful week. I just wanted to come on here and tap in with y'all. This is going to be our time to talk live, face to face, hopefully, with the subscribers that I have now. Hopefully, y'all will see me live. That's why you got to turn your notifications on too, so you can know when I'm over here. Because I would love to talk to you all live and, you know, live in action. But for those who are not already subscribed, hopefully this will find you and we'll get to know each other. Like, this is our intimate space and our intimate time to talk, get to know each other, have conversation, casual conversation. I got some talking points because I don't want to forget things. But as I was reviewing my talking points, I'm like, I forgot that I wanted to talk about this and that. So we'll see how the conversation goes. But this is our time to just catch up for the week and, um, you know, get to know each other, because I want to be able to earn your subscription if you haven't already subscribed, and I want to be able to keep it if you have already subscribed. I want y'all to know me. That's one of my favorite songs on Bobby V's first solo album. I want you to know me better than I know me. Cause baby, I can see the future. You know we should be together. That's why artists need to do polls, because there are some of us that really enjoy deep cuts, and y'all really just be giving us singles, and I be wanting to hear the deep cuts live, and I always comment under Bobby Valentino's posts and stuff whenever they come across my page. Like, there's a few songs that you never perform, because I've seen him three times, once in Denver, twice here in Atlanta, and I'm like, I want to hear I Want You to Know Me. I want to hear um what's the name of that song? It's 3 months in, Lights Down Low. You know, you have to go through all the songs. Lights Down Low, I Want You to Know Me, and then Boy Shorts. Boy Shorts is not even on Apple Music. I haven't checked Spotify or anything. It's on YouTube. It's a song that samples one of my favorite Silk songs, which is I sang the song with Lil G in person. What is the song? Let me love you. Let me love you down. It samples that, and my cousin had sent me Boy Shorts on YouTube probably sometime last year. I hadn't heard that song since I was probably a teenager or in my early 20s. Words instantly came back, but Boy Shorts, Want You to Know Me, Lights Down Low, Bobby B, add it to the sets. Or do a set for the real fans so we can get some of them deep cuts. But anyway, how was y'all week? I hope, you had a great week. Um, Mine was somewhat adventurous. I think there were some interesting moments, definitely some fun times, and um, you know, some crazy moments as well. Let's get into it. So, just to do a recap of what I've posted here on YouTube this week. If you're not familiar, I have challenged myself to post every day long form content. Lives are included in that. At first, I was trying to just do pre recorded videos every day. That's challenging only because of the storage issue that I've been having with my iPhones. So I was like, let me give myself a little bit of wiggle room, a little grace. Live videos are included in that. So Mondays and Fridays are when I do my live videos. But so since we caught up last Friday, let me tell you what's been going on since then. So Saturday, I posted a recipe for what I call the Blue Moon Sparkling Mimosa Lemonade. And I wish y'all could see it out the window. There's a mimosa tree right over here in my neighbor's backyard that I see from my window. And I didn't know what it was at first. I just thought, oh, those are some beautiful pink flowers. And I was scrolling on Instagram, and one of the women that I follow over there, she is the owner of Upendo Farm Estates. She's a black farmer here in Georgia. She did a video about making mimosa flower lemonade. Her daughter had learned how to forage them and make a lemonade out of it, and she talked about the benefits, and she did everything. She made like a an alcoholic beverage for her and her mom, and she was saying that the benefits were healing depression and heartbreak. And I thought that that was very interesting because I have dealt with a little bit of both this year, actually. And I was like, isn't that interesting how I'm looking at this flower out of my window and stumbled upon the recipe to make this lemonade. So I was trying to plot on how I could get these flowers because I don't really know the neighbors, but I was like, maybe I could just stand on a chair and grab a few. But I'm like, that would be crazy for them to look out their window and see me standing on a damn chair stealing their flowers off their tree. And one day I just so happened to be at the front door when the neighbor was outside, and I told him about it, and I asked him if I could have some of the flowers. He gave me a big old branch. So I posted the whole journey of everything from how I found out about the flower to getting it to how I had to clean these flowers, making sure there were no bugs and dry them out and ferment the flowers for a few days before making this wonderful sparkling lemonade that I made. And I called it a Blue Moon sparkling mimosa lemonade because I made it with filtered blue moon water. So there was a blue moon, you know the saying once in a blue moon. I forgot the actual moon. I would have to look it up. Like what I think it might have been a moon in Gemini or a moon in Cancer, can't remember. But it was a blue moon. And I had left some filtered water in a mason jar out there to soak up the benefits from that blue moon. And that was the water I used for the sparkling lemonade. So you can check that out on my page, on my channel. Then Sunday, I posted a video called The Issue is the Tissue. And it is a feminine wellness hack because oftentimes us women, our lady parts are very sensitive and we think we have to be on all these antibiotics and all these supplements. And, you know, there are so many different things that you can do. Yes, probiotics, drinking plenty of water, eating plenty of fruit, um, changing your diet. I'm plant based. There's plenty of things that we could do. You know, people like to drink pineapple juice, cranberry juice, because that's also your urinary tract as well. That's very important down there. And also using organic, 100% cotton, feminine hygiene products, which I do have some in my bio that you can get from Fem Wellness. She has 100% cotton and organic products that I definitely recommend and have used for years. She also has feminine wash and definitely something that can help you if your pH is unbalanced, and that is, or imbalance, that is the Vag Elixir. So that helps you if you're a little off, something you can do before and after intercourse, after your cycle, if you just, you know, have developed any type of issue down there that throws your pH off. So outside of those things, the one thing that I feel is missing is people don't think about is the tissue. So the issue is the tissue. That's a video I posted, and I talked about a realization that I had with the type of tissue that I use and what I have switched to at this point. I'm looking down to make sure my mic is still on. So go check that video out. Part two dropped on, well, first of all, we had a Mama and Me episode on Monday. Mama and Me is the segment of her inviting me to be a guest on her Zestful Living with Sweet Tea morning show, which she does every weekday, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. on her Facebook and TikTok. And now we're live on Mondays on my channel here. So make sure you tune in for that. We talked about um, what do we talk about on this most recent one? Well, really, I was congratulating her on something that she did. Let's go ahead and talk about that before we get into the other videos that came out this week. My mom had a fashion show on Sunday, so she's a part of an agency, TLA, the Lynn Gale agency here in Atlanta that is for women over 40, women and men over 40. This was her fourth show, I think, that she's done with them. And last year, she really started putting her energy and effort into becoming a designer as well as a model. My mom's been modeling since she was 16 years old. And every fashion show, she actually challenged herself to design or create something from scratch. And last year, she debuted her fashion house, the House of Johnnie Ruth, with a four-piece collection in the pre-show. So the House of Johnnie Ruth is actually honoring our ancestors because Johnny is my mother's paternal grandmother's name, and Ruth is my mother's maternal grandmother and her mother, my maternal grandmother's middle names. And so this year she actually debuted an 8-piece collection in the main show. So last year was a 4-piece collection in the pre-show. This year was an 8-piece collection in the main show. Last year she had a collection called Lady of Grace. She had pencil skirts and beautifully designed blouses with big, dramatic collars and dresses with faux fur and just beautiful, elegant, graceful with big hats that she made. They were like oval hats, beautiful. This year, her collection was called the Goddess Experience. Chef Kiss. She had, one of her models. Shout out to Miss Carmen. She had like a Cleopatra type out. I don't want to call it an outfit type piece. It was a two-piece gold um, tube top with a beautiful skirt, high split with the chest plate, black and gold, with the cape, the black cape, beautiful. She had Miss Janice was a model. She had like a Nefertiti type um, design. She had a tall headpiece that had all these circular colors in it, metallic colors, and she had on a beautiful white silk wrap dress with a white floor length past the floor duster, long sleeves with the yellow and white trim. The yellow and white trim was also made into a kimono with the red satin belt for the host of the show, Miss Regina. And then she had a high couture yellow two-piece yellow tube top with the yellow skirt with the split with the flower design tying it together with the square boxed hat with the feathers on it. You have to go look at my Instagram page where I've tagged my mom because I'm not even doing it any justice. Maybe I'll make a post here too on YouTube. And then that was Miss Brenda Rock. That Miss Alva had a black satin dress with the sheer teal over the shoulder piece. It was kind of giving Greek goddess, lovely. And then Miss Tawana had the same material with the sheer teal that was draped across, and underneath she had like a two-piece flared tube with the satin dress. It wasn't showing as much because someone tied it not the way that we planned to tie it, but beautiful anyway. It came out beautifully. And then we had Miss Shanika had the gold wrap dress with the hat. And the hat that Miss Carmen was wearing, the black and gold, and the hat that Shanika was wearing, the white and gold, were my great grandmother, Mamie Ruth Murray Gordon, aka Medea. Those were her hats. So to even incorporate the ancestors who this fashion house is named after, her head pieces were actually included in this collection. It was beautiful. Let me make sure I'm not leaving out anybody. I want to make sure I named every model and described every look. Oh, and Miss Clancy, she had the white satin two-piece. It was like white with teal trim with the halter top with the jewels on it, and she had this jewel headpiece that my mom made from scratch that was turquoise that went perfectly over her head. It was so beautiful. She looked so feminine and graceful and just amazing. Like the whole line was just femininity, grace, sensuality, goddess. It everybody embodied goddess. So I'll post that. And then my mom actually, she was rushing because she had to make sure all her models were dressed. So she came out in a red number that she had created, but she wasn't able to tie it in the way that she needed to tie it to secure it. So it didn't come out exactly how she planned, but she came out and she worked that runway. And then also the first scene of the show is always the women come out and showcase their ages in creative ways. So they always have a different theme of the show, the opening scene, and it was Jersey. So my mom had my cousin who is a professional NFL player. She had his college jersey from the Miami Buccaneers, I think they are, and he now plays for the Patriots. But she rocked his college jersey with a like a black, kind of like a belt skirt with some, what are they called? Some ankle boots. They call booties, with some booties. And she had her age, which is 59, on the football, bedazzled out. So she ripped the runway to shreds per you. She has a mean walk, and I posted some of those videos on my Instagram as well. But I'll try to see what I can do over here. But yeah, we talked about that. We talked about some other things. Go check out the under my live tab. Don't sleep on the live tab because even though I have videos under shorts and videos and playlists, I also have plenty of videos under my live tab. So that's where you can find that. So it was great to spend some time with my family. My great aunts, my uncle, my cousins came from Birmingham to support and celebrate my mom at the fashion show. And some of my cousins who live here in Atlanta, they came as well. And my great aunt Angela, she was celebrating her birthday on that day. So we had an after party that my cousin's father did. And it was really great. It was really a great time. I was tired by the time we got to the after party, but I enjoyed seeing everybody have a good time because, my aunt turned 71. She was dancing, cutting the rug on the dance floor, and it was nice. So that's what we talked about on Monday. Um, on Tuesday, I dropped part two of the video. I've been unemployed for 7 years. So you could check that out. It's all about my journey of getting my nursing career, starting my nursing career, being a nurse for over 10 years, and deciding to walk away from the career. And part two kind of explains what I've been up to since I left, which was in 2019. So that's that. I also want to talk about an issue that I had on Tuesday. So sometime last week, maybe even longer, somebody, I never seen this person, don't know how they found my page, but I had posted this reel on my story, and I believe I posted it here as a short. And it was just me in the backyard with the sun in my face, spinning around with a positive message telling everybody to keep going. This man got up in my inbox. My allergies have kicked in, I'm sorry. This man got up in my inbox talking stuff, telling me that I need to stop wearing fake lashes because they're dumb and they're ugly and they cause cancer and I look dumb. And I didn't see it at first because it was in my message request. So when I saw it, the story had expired, and I'm like, what is he talking about? Because I don't even wear lashes. I've worn lashes before, but I don't wear them regularly. So what could he be talking about? So I went to my archive to see the video that he was talking about. I don't even have lashes on in the video. So I told him, not only are you disrespectful and inappropriate and rude, or whatever words I use, you're loud and wrong because I don't even have on lashes in the video, and you would have to go on a deep dive to even find me in some lashes. So get out. I said, stay out of women's business and inboxes. of course, he went searching and found a picture of me from 2021 when I had some lashes on, and he cussed me out. And let me see what he said. I don't even know if I still have the screenshots. I know they're in this phone that I'm live on, but let's see if they transferred over here. Okay. So, okay. Let me check one more place because I don't have Facebook on this phone. So, in so many words, he cussed me out and he basically told me to do something to him that was inappropriate. SMD. You can figure that acronym out. That's what he told me. And I told him to go talk to his mama like that because this is not that in so many words. He posted a picture of me with the screenshot and he called me all kind of cross-eyed and heifers. And I don't even get offended when people say, I mean, not many people have talked about my eye, whether it drifts off or whatever it does. I had an injury when I was a baby. So my eye does drift off every now and then. Can't help it. But he called me cross eyed and he called me fat and all these different things. And I'm just like, at first I thought he was a troll. Like, because his profile picture was an animated picture of Michael B. Jordan from the movie Black Panther. So I was thinking he was one of those trolls that really be a different race, just talking stuff to black women. And I didn't pay him no mind at first. So then I went and looked at his page and I saw like the videos that he was posting. I'm like, oh, this man is really suffering from mental illness. And I believe June is men's mental health month. So just just to give a shout out to men who are struggling, who are suffering from any type of mental illness or mental health issues, I see you, I support you, and I send you love. And I really had to look at what was going on. I believe I recognize this guy as um, someone I've seen in these Atlanta streets. I believe I saw him one time. I went and saw Dr. Umar speak at Juneteenth a few years back, and this guy was in the audience heckling him and talking crazy pretty close to me. And I'm like, go to the stage and talk to stuff. I don't want to hear it. You disrupted me. I'm trying to hear. Dr. Umar called him a coon and kept it moving. It is what it is, but clearly he's struggling with some things. So I blocked him. You can't go back and forth with some people. I actually lost my original Facebook page because I was going back and forth with somebody. Um, a man that likes to argue with women that paid somebody to hack and delete my page. And I think I said last week that I was gonna do a story time video on that. We'll see, cause honey, it's a long story, but I think it should be told. Cause I had my Facebook page since I was like 17, 18 years old. So I lost messages I can't ever get back, photos I can't ever get back. That's why you gotta save your photos and your videos. If they're only on Facebook, make sure you have them saved somewhere safe. I lost all the connections that I had built over the years, people I grew up with and worked with that I don't really remember every single person, but I did want to keep in touch with some people. And of course, all the groups I was a part of, all my business pages, lost access to all of those, all the business connections that I've developed over the years, lost everything because I was going back and forth with somebody that allowed themselves to be emotional about me actually defending something they were saying. So, point is, I've learned my lesson. Sometimes you got to reel it on back because they'll drag you in there, especially on that platform. It's very messy, can be very immature. And when you find yourself matching energy with that, just reel it on back, block them, and keep it moving. But, anywho, the journaling prompt of the week, if you've been following, subscribe now. If you've not subscribed, I'm doing Wednesday weekly journaling prompts. This past Wednesday was what do people naturally come to you for? gave you an exercise of what to do to kind of do some self discovery when it comes to that. And um, dive deeper into what do people come to you for, whether or not you want to monetize that gift or if it's a gift that's for you. There are some questions in that prompt in that video that will support you on figuring that out. And then Thursday, we talked about why do some women keep their ex-husband's last name after divorce? And yeah, I mentioned a few examples of celebrity women who have done so, and especially Drea Kelly being one of the women that is often dragged for that. We talked about that as well. And just to mention, I did add a picture, I think on the cover photo of that, but and the reel that I posted or the short that I posted to promote that video. But I didn't really talk about it. I've met Drea Kelly a couple of times in person because my mom has taken some of her dance fitness classes that she does in Atlanta for women over 40, I think it is. And she is super sweet. She's beautiful, she's sweet, and she has an amazing personality. And the work that she's doing within those dance fitness classes, she's not just teaching choreography, she's actually pouring into those women um, and healing women. And I relate to her in a lot of different ways. And I think that there is a lot of there's a lot of judgment for people from the outside looking in when you have been harmed or abused or gone through something terrible with someone that you once loved or that you were married to or you have children with, and a lot of people want to judge you for calling that out or still having some level of respect for the person, because I know people have judged her for being able to outwardly say that he's a musical genius or still enjoying his music. Now you know damn well she would be would just be a hater if she was just because she's mad with him or no longer is with him or has called him out for what he's done to deny his musical genius. We all know that he has hits and that he's a talented songwriter and musician, but that doesn't mean that she can't like call out what he did wrong. Two things can be correct at once, and I think I hope that that's what people will understand more when I have my book released. And speaking of that, your girl is back in writing mode. I've been on a roll when it comes to writing my book. I think last week I told y'all, I confessed that I had really taken a long halt and hiatus from writing my book because of grieving, because I lost two very important people to me earlier this year and I hadn't started back writing my book. So I'm happy to announce that I am back in book writing mode and I'm on a roll. And I want to give a shout out to my homegirl, Latrice Monet, who's also my business partner with Cowboy Cupid. She is the one that has brought a challenge to me to keep me accountable with the book writing. We often, do these little challenges with each other, whether it's, social media challenges or different things to keep each other accountable. And right now we're doing an accountability challenge and my portion is staying consistent with writing my book. So I really appreciate her suggesting that. It's been very helpful and I'm really feeling good about the progress that I'm making. I'm really excited about sharing my book and I hope that I can bring some awareness to the insights of the mind and the heart and spirit of the woman who has been in an abusive relationship or going through some trauma with someone they love, because people often judge from the outside looking in, not realizing what's happening from the survivor's point of view. So that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about with that. But let me know if you're watching this live or if you're watching the playback. Have you had a chance to watch any of the videos that I posted this week? We're officially at 1,020 subscribers. So we did go up about 5 or 6 subscribers from the time that we talked last Friday. I'm hoping that the growth continues to, get a little bit more rapid and, those watch hours increase. But I'm grateful for the new people that are coming. It's slow but steady. And I really appreciate that. I really appreciate everybody who has subscribed and everyone who is engaged in my content. I am really excited about creating community here over here on YouTube. And I've been thinking about changing the time that I publish my videos that are scheduled. Because right now I've been scheduling them to publish at 3 p.m. And I know a lot of people have traditional work schedules. Maybe they're not seeing it, or it's not something that's coming across their timeline when it publishes at 3. So I'm thinking about changing it to 6 to see if that makes a difference for people that are scrolling in the evening. But we'll see. I might make some adjustments for next week's videos and see if that makes a difference. Um, as far as what I'm watching, I don't watch a whole lot of TV, but I do watch podcasts and I do watch some shows. I love good movies, but lately movies ain't really been hitting like that for me. So I'll get into a series, but right now, as far as what I'm watching, don't judge me either, because my little guilty pleasures are some reality TV. So I'm watching Real Housewives of Atlanta on Mondays on Peacock. I'm watching Pop the Balloon is something me and my mom watch together on Wednesdays. We're wanting to eventually go live, like stream us watching it live, because the way we be cutting up, having us a good time watching it, talking shit. We might not need to go live because we might hurt somebody's feelings because we be talking shit. But we love to watch it together. And then The Shy is back. So I'm watching that. I'm about to watch it in just a little while. And I'm looking forward to a few shows that are coming out too. Well, um, what's one of the shows I'm looking forward to? Survival of the Thickest. I'm waiting on that. I think that comes back in a couple of weeks on Netflix. And then Raising Kanan is coming back soon. I'm looking forward to seeing how they wrap that season up. And I really want to see how they, do this new power universe that includes Tariq and Tommy. So looking forward to that. We still waiting on P Valley. I don't know where P Valley is. I know it's filmed and ready to go, but why we haven't gotten an update, I don't know. I want to know what's going on over there at the Pank. I want to know what's going on with Uncle Clifford, Uncle Cliff, and Young Murder, Little Murder. See, I'm forgetting their names and everything. I wants to know. The last time we seen them, they was slow dancing to a love ballad by LTD. I needs to know how they doing now, and I need to know how Diamond is doing after he got kidnapped. Spoiler alert. Sorry if you ain't watched the show, but for those that know, they know. Speaking of shows that have been filmed and had a hiatus before they were posted, All the Queen's Men. So All the Queen's Men is a show created by Christian Keys, and it was like filmed on Tyler Perry Studios. I believe Tyler Perry writes on it as well now, or maybe he took over the writing. Whatever the thing was, him and Christian Keys started beefing, and season 5, which had already been filmed and wrapped up and edited and ready to go, was not being like it wasn't being promoted, and they weren't going. It seemed like it wasn't going to get put out because of whatever this internal issue was. And I was mad because me and my cousin did some background acting, and I want to see me, and I want to see her. The show was cool too. I watched the show. I started binge watching it probably like 2 years ago after my cousin told me about it. Maybe, yeah, about 2 years ago, right before we did the background acting. And it was funny because she told me about it. I started binge watching it, and I was like, see, I would do some background acting for that show. And I kid you not, less than 2 weeks later, there was an opportunity to do some. So we spent 2 days out there at Tyler Perry Studios, and I know there was some scenes where we was making sure we were in shot of the camera because we was right by the main characters. So I'm looking forward to seeing it this season because I want to see us, but I also want to see how they wrap that up as well. So yeah, the Real Housewives has been interesting this season. It's kind of giving a maybe an elevated love and hip hop vibes to me this season. It's interesting, but in the Shy, I think it's going slow and steady. They're doing a lot of character development, storyline development. to, they foreshadowing, dropping some hints, making us think that it's gonna go one way, and it ain't. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they do that as well. But that's what I've been watching. Oh, I watched a movie last night called Office Romance with Jennifer Lopez. I love me a good romance movie, if y'all don't know that about me. And I'll watch a little quirky one here and there. It was cool. I thought it was cute. It was it was cutesy. It was cutesy. It was kind of predictable, but romance movies often are, unless it's gonna be like the biggest plot twist. But I thought it was something cool to watch. So if y'all have watched any of the shows that I mentioned, please tell me about it. And speaking of shows for the summer, I know we're not officially in summer. We got maybe what 10 days, less than 10 days, about 8 or 9 days until it's officially summer. Sun then went down. What time is it? It's close to it's 9 o'clock, so sun's going down. The mosquitoes have officially landed here in Atlanta. I don't know where you are. I don't know where you're watching this from, but they are here in Atlanta. They have landed and they tear my ass up. Every day I go out on the back in the back patio. I spend plenty of time out there. I water the plants that I have out there growing. I, talk to the animals. I listen to the birds. I feel the breeze. I look at the trees. I sun gaze, whatever I'm out there doing, minding my business. These past few days that I've gone out there, instant attack. It's really disrespectful. I think they said that you could put like Irish Spring chips and stuff and rub it on the outside of your doors and all of that to keep the mosquitoes away. I'm gonna have to get some because they not about to bite me up. It ain't even summer yet, and y'all already cutting up like that. That's not cool. Mm-mm. So I think I bit up, but they be biting me up when I come outside. I come in, but when they fly away, I be coming back out. They're not gonna keep me inside all summer long. So anyway, honey, that's what's going on this week. Next week's content, of course, we got um, this weekend. I like to surprise y'all on what I'm posting this weekend, but I will say that one of the posts is going to be a recipe. I would just say this: the recipe to me, it's simple, easy, but it was one of the best lunches I've had in a long time. So delicious, I could eat. I could eat it every day. So good. So one of them is a recipe video, and I may or may not do the fashion show recap. We'll see. I'll surprise you. But one of the videos will be definitely a recipe. And while I talk about what's going on next week, did y'all hear that Elon Musk is officially a trillionaire? Like a trillionaire? Like a thousandaire, millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire? Let me see. How many millions is a trillion? Is that 1,000 millions, or is that how many millions are in a trillion? Ooh, that's a million millions. See, it's so big, I ain't even know. So a billion is 1,000 millions. He got a million millions. He can give a million people $1 million and still have some money because I think they said it's valuated like 1.7 trillion or 1.2 something. He got I'm a little nervous because if people be running them up when they're billionaires, ain't no telling what they do when they're trillionaire. Because when have you ever heard of a trillionaire? It says he's the first one in human history, but I heard some speculation that that's just other people may not want their business out there like that. But what are y'all thoughts? I'm scared. But anyway, next week we're having Mama and Me on Monday, so stay tuned for that. It's 8 a.m. on Monday. Come join us live. Tuesday, I'm dropping a video about my personal therapy journey. As a certified life coach, as a person that is in the mental health field, please understand that any professional everybody, But specifically, I'm talking about the mental health space. Ask them, I don't know if you can ask them this, but I think it's very important that every person have their own therapist. A lot of people are out here, holding space for others and navigating these professions because they have the degrees and the certificates and the accolades, but they're not taking care of their own mental health. So, talk about my therapy journey, my personal one, how each therapist benefited me in my life, how I chose them, what type of therapists they were, their demographics, what I learned from them. And I talk about, the type of therapy that I am interested in at this point in my life. And just to tell you, a little exclusive that wasn't in that video, I did just find a new therapist who offers the service that I was looking for. And we recently had our first session. It went well. And I'm looking forward to sharing with you all more about that in the future after I get some more sessions in because, you know, but I will say that the first session went very well. Next Wednesday, also, we're going to have a new journal prompt. Stay tuned for that. I don't spoil those. I let you get those when they come out. Next Thursday, we're talking about the emotional labor that some women have to endure in relationships when their partners don't show up, when they're not present and active. And I really think that that's a conversation that we need to start having. I want y'all to watch that video and tell me your thoughts because I think the way that I'm describing it, I haven't heard anybody describe it in that way. So I'm looking forward to hearing feedback on that. And of course, we're going to be talking next Friday, catching back up for our catch up session. And yeah, that's what's up. So I hope you all enjoyed this catch up session. I saw a few of y'all peeking in. I see you peeking, but you ain't speaking. Make sure you come speak. I do not bite. When you see me live, when you see me on these videos, say hey. And also, I see you looking, but you ain't bucking. I am a certified life coach, your dream doula, supporting you on life, birthing the life, love, and business you desire. Content strategist, I got you. So, if you need any services when it comes to life coaching, when it comes to self discovery journey, healing journey, working on monetizing or utilizing your gifts, figuring out your purpose, getting on track, getting content created, getting strategized, getting a plan of action. You need some accountability, you need some support, you need someone to hold space for you. Go to the Stan store in my bio. Stan, STAN dot store, STORE / Cerese, that's OSHACERESE, stan.store / Osha Cerese. And I promise you, I got something for you. There's plenty of services to meet your needs. There are tools there, complimentary tools on overcoming imposter syndrome or identifying what kind of imposter syndrome you have and giving you some steps on what to do next. There's the heartbreak audit if you are going through a heartbreak or if you just can't seem to move forward from your last breakup. Go check out that complimentary audit and see what's going on. If you are ready for intentional dating, add yourself to the Intentional Love Collective database full of other singles who are looking for love, hopeful romantics, and intentional daters. I got my guided journals over there. I got all type of sessions to choose from depending on where you are in your journey. And of course, I even have a quick call if you need somebody to just quickly talk to and vent about something or you need a little bit of support in the moment. So something for everybody. If you don't know what to do, what to choose, what you need, just book a discovery call and I'll help you figure it out. But until next time, I'm getting ready to enjoy my Friday evening. I hope you're enjoying yours. I'm going to cook, maybe find something to eat, chill out. We're going to watch The Shy. I'll probably catch Freaky Friday or Poor Minds and relax. I hope you do the same. And make sure you tune in Monday at 8 a.m. for the live. Check out the videos, and I'll see you next Friday to catch up. I'll talk.